You can't make this up. A high-stakes battle is raging inside the Pentagon, and it's not over foreign wars or national crises. It's over promotions. A decorated Army veteran, Lieutenant General Douglas Sims, was all set to become a four-star general. Cleared, honored, respected. But then things took a drastic turn. What happened next? The Pentagon erupted in chaos. Welcome back to American Info, where we break down the stories shaking American institutions to the core. Today's episode reveals a story so explosive, Washington insiders are calling it a career-ending power play. Here's the headline for everyone on the outside. Sims was approved for promotion by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and then suddenly blocked. Why? Hegseth claimed Sims had leaked information, but there was no evidence. In fact, no proof ever surfaced. But once the accusation was made, Hegseth reversed course, saying Sims was too close to former Joint Chiefs Chairman Mark Milley, a man Trump has publicly denounced. That reversal triggered a furious backlash. The current chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Dan Kane, stepped in, a rare intervention at that level, urging Hegseth to back off. But no dice. Hegseth stood firm. Sims, a decorated 34-year veteran with multiple combat tours and awards, is now reportedly forced into retirement. The ripple effects are staggering. Hegseth's abrupt decision has sparked anger inside the Pentagon, with top officers calling it politically motivated. They see a vendetta disguised as policy. All while Sims is forced out and passed over despite the broad consensus that he was exactly the type of leader America needs. What's worse, this comes amid broader turmoil, a push to subject staff to polygraph tests in a bloated internal leak investigation. Hegseth's team even threatened tests against Sims himself, before the White House intervened and halted the effort. Pentagon insiders now describe the situation as unprecedented. Senior aides were purged over unverified leak allegations. The infamous Signalgate scandal erupted, classified bombing plans shared on an unsecure chat, reaching a journalist by accident. This all happened under Hegseth's watch, raising serious questions about judgment and leadership. Meanwhile, the Department of Defense has announced a sweeping freeze on Pentagon participation at all think tank and research forums, a move critics say reflects Hegseth's increasing paranoia and isolationist stance under the banner of America First. So what does this mean? In short, leadership at the Pentagon is unraveling. Sims was a near-guaranteed promotion. Instead, he's sidelined. The defense secretary appears to be letting personal biases overrule decades of service. And behind the scenes, one of the nation's most powerful institutions is in open internal conflict. Make no mistake, this is about more than just one man's career. It's about politicizing the military, undermining merit, and sending a chilling message to America's top service members. Because in the midst of global threats, from supporting Ukraine and Israel to guarding our borders, we need decisive leadership, not internal battles playing out under the national spotlight. This was one of today's most explosive developments, and it needs to be seen. If you thought your tax dollars were buying strategic stability, think again. The Pentagon is facing a civil war at the top, and America is watching. Thank you for tuning in to American Info. We stand for verified news with in-depth insight. If you found this video revealing, please like, share, and comment. And don't forget to subscribe. More updates are coming. Stay informed.